Oh, shoot. Hold on. Hello, friend. I am BK. I'm gonna just make this quick because I actually plan on doing a lot of recordings today. I've been getting downloads for days about things I need to record. I got this mini deck with lots of cards, and I've been getting downloads as to what to write on these cards because I haven't started yet. But every time I get the downloads of what to write, I don't have what I need to write with. Spirit is saying at this point, just use anything. But you know, I had a vision in mind. I can be very like Virgo Capricorn perfectionist sometimes. There's a little OCD, whatever. Anyway, it's not why I'm here. So I had some channeled messages, but I really want to pull some cards. So I'm gonna just say this: blessed be to all that are. Blessed been to all that were. Blessed to be to all that shall. And so, yeah, and it's like, I was inspired just to hit play because, oh, quick shout outs, disclaimers. Hey, real recognize real. Yeah, I've been waiting on that one. Dang, I can't remember his name from the UK. Phoenix Marvelous. Hey, listen, girl. Okay, I'm sorry. Sidebar, girl. Now listen, I'm gonna say this. I don't want you to take this as an insult because it's not. You is a petty. I love it. I was. And it was just so Pisces the way you did it, though. You was Pisces petty. Y'all so emotional. So anyway, that's my girl. Hey, Duchess Reloaded and Flavored Vivid and Galactic Cody and the Crazy Capricorn. Cause be crazy. And okay, so I just got the download. I'm gonna just say it because it's starting to fluster me a little bit to keep missing these. Like, you know how like intuition be like, do this, say this, act like this, feel like this right now. And then you be like, okay, yeah, but like, not this moment. And then the moment passes and then you be like, but dang, and then I was supposed to do something. But remember that moment, and in the moment you can't like quite touch it no more the way you did in that moment. Anyway, but so a mind is a terrible thing to waste. And what I mean by that is, you know, okay. So let's just touch on my moniker of potential guru. Wait, potential guru, yeah. Because I am a guru. My name BK. I'm a lot of things. I'm a Reiki master. I'm an ascended master at this point because my ministries have overlapped. But astrology, I wouldn't say master, but teacher. Meditation, I wouldn't say master, but guide. You know, Reiki, I wouldn't say master, but healer, channeler, medium. You know, and spiritual, you know, you can never be a master in the spiritual. But what you can be is an excellent empath, a psychic spiritual, and an intellectual intuitive, all of which I am. But no. So the reason that me personally, the I am, the me and myself, that is I, the reason we all decided to put that, because I'm probably going to change my name soon, y'all. I don't know. I've been feeling different lately. Un momento, por favor.
So are you ready to do business now?
Excuse me, I'm in the middle of a recording. Please don't interrupt my recordings. I was doing a channel message by God with your malarkey.
Sorry. Well, I can talk to you after you done.
Thank you. Say and be busy. Is you ready? So, potential guru, right? Because I was an excellent student in school. I'm lying. You're not going to do that. I was a very advanced student academically. But in terms of being a good student, well, anyway, so one of my favorite subjects in school was math, mostly because I had learned early on in life, and this was due in large part to my lineage, my grandfather. Hey, thank you. Numbers are a constant, and this is numerology. Enigma. Anyway, but yeah, numbers are a constant. They don't change. The symbols don't change. A plus is always addition. It's always getting more. A hyphen is always subtraction. It's always, losing something. It's, an X. That's always exponentially, building on something quickly. And that, whatever you want to call it, the colon slash. That don't even sound right. It always means that something is breaking down in large quantities. But that equal sign, it always means that there is balance. And what I learned from that is that those are just like the atoms, the elements, the molecules of a lot of things, actually, a lot of things. And so when I got to high school, right, so I had to take, depending on what area you're in, you may consider all of them to be advanced, but I had to take like all of the maths, pre-trig, pre-calc, probability and statistics, the algebras, the geometries, like all of the things. And so it's just like one of my biggest like focuses, one of the things I took the most interest in when it came to the maths was the probabilities and the statistics, the odds, the risk factors, the gambling, the gambit, because okay. And just a little fun fact about me. Hey, my name BK. I'm a comic book geek. I've been reading comics since I was a young lad. And one of my favorite X-Men characters was always Gambit, partly because of his tragic love story with Rogue, but that's only in certain continuities, but whatever. But mostly for the fact that his mutant ability was two things. It was kinetic energy and it was probability manipulation. So kinetic energy manipulation meant that anything this man physically touched, boop, he could focus energy from outside of his self into this object also outside of his self. The energy would attach to the object. Now that's the kinetic energy part. Now with that kinetic energy, he could do almost anything. The potentials were limitless. See where I'm going there? But with that, like, so for instance, he could make things explode. He could supercharge things with like electricity. He could make things go super fast. He could control the direction of things with his subconscious soul self, just deciding where he wants things to be at because his energy is attached to this energy, which is attached to this object. So it was in a sense almost like a telekinesis, but it was just the fact that he could channel from within himself, tapping into energy outside of himself, not even touching it, but touching something else, calling that energy to that thing, putting it together, and then telling it what to do with his brains and his soul. But then the other thing was probability manipulation. Now, probability manipulation in and of itself is a very like subtle, like kind of like, what do they call that? Like day to day, like it's an M word, but like mundane. It's like it would seem like a more subtle, mundane, like overlooked, like kind of boring ability to have, but it would be also the best one because you could get by in regular day-to-day society with no one ever suspecting that you were, anything different, but your ability is on at all times. Little does anyone know. And so he had a counterpart in the mutant universe, Gambit. His mutant counterpart was Domino. Same ability, but it expressed differently. Like if he was Aries, she was Scorpio. So with his ability of probability manipulation, with their ability of probability manipulation, though, it was somewhere in there, they just had this innate understanding, understanding, understanding of just the fact that not everything in life works out, but everything in, over, around, and through the earth always does work out. Because whether it does or doesn't, it did, and wherever it happened can be here. And so, like, okay, so I know that was confusing. Okay, so like, okay, example. So like when you play the lottery, right? The odds of you winning are something to something. The two is a colon, like dot dot. But it's a ratio. It means like for every one time this happens, this also happens this many times. So for the one time that you would win, there are like 4 billion other people that lost. But when you have an ability like probability manipulation, you can switch those odds. So if you were one of those 4 billion, something, somewhere, somehow, some way is going to click to shift things so that you are not ordinary no more. You are the one before the colon, and then everybody else comes behind you, and like things just work out. You get things like you're in the right time at the right place, good luck and fortune and greatness and things. Now, his ability was that he could control things. Domino's ability was that she never got hurt. Everything just always worked out for her. And she was beautiful. But, yeah. So, bringing it all and stirring it up in the pot. Skirt, yes, in my cauldron. My beautiful cauldron. I am a potential guru because the things that I talk about are in no means like a manipulation of you or like an explosion of any sorts, but I am channeling an energy, and I'm giving it to you in the hopes that what you take from my message shifts the odds just ever so slightly in your favor, so that we can all be of favor, because the law of average does state that in due time every single thing does work out. You just never know how long that period of time may be. But yeah, this was just the first of today's recordings. My name be Kay, and that's what a potential guru is. Someone who talks about things that are so far-fetched that they just somehow click and make sense in your day-to-day regular life. And that's just, just my little contribution to the world that I can do. Because my name be Kay, and yeah, why not? Hi. Subscribe. You're beautiful. Watch another one. Subscribe. Thank you. And yeah. If you were anybody else, how could you not, how could you be, the one? If you were anybody else, how could you also be the one? You can't. Guess what? Because you're you. That's it. All right. See you later.